Hey, how are you? How are you? Outside is kind of like nippy, but it's not. Which one do you want, Gabby? We're at Raising Cane, guys. We're at Raising Cane. What do you want, Gabs? Let me take off the jacket. Pull off my hand. Pull up. No, pull my hand out. Yes, good job. Thank you. Tell me what you want.
I know.
What do you want?
I take the chicken tenders.
Well, how much count? How much? One you get yesterday?
No, I get like 3 of this.
You want 3?
Like chicken tenders,
Uh-huh.
French fries, and a Coke.
Coca-Cola?
Yes.
When since you start drinking Coca-Cola? I didn't know you drink Coca-Cola. I did not know you drink Coca-Cola, Gabby. You want 3 chicken tenders or 4?
3.
Okay. I'm no business eating this so early, no.
Thank you for coming.
Hello. Can I have me the 3 chicken fingers combo with a Coke?
You said Coke, no ice?
Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I'm saying you said no ice.
No, I didn't say that. I was just asking if can I have
Okay.
can I have that? And can I have the box combo?
Yeah.
And if you could make that do you have strawberry lemonade?
Every regular.
Regular lemonade. Alright, can I get an Arnold Palm with that?
Yeah.
And for me, oh my god, I have no business eating this. Can I have just a chicken sandwich by itself?
Yeah.
With a sweet tea. Hi guys. How are you? I'm at Raising Cane.
All right.
What do you say?
We got 3.
No, that's it.
All right, so I have down for 3 chicken combo with Coke, box combo for have tea and lemonade, and then you have a sandwich only.
Yes.
All right, what's the next 3?
Gabby?
What's the next 3?
Gabby.
Yes.
Do you need ketchup?
You can put it.
Okay, it's gonna be 33.57. Second little.
Okay, no problem.
Have a good one.
No, tell me now. What go on right there? So why him for the right there now, guys? Tell me now. How are you guys doing? Present good day. I'm trying to pay my phone bill, guys. And it nah go through. I think I said it yesterday. I don't remember. How are you doing, guys?
When we got our food, we're good. When we get our food, we're gonna eat and definitely see you later.
We're gonna see me later?
Yeah.
You just want the food. How much you tell me, sir, again? You guys, you hear the total?
I just want the phone so I can watch and eat.
You want the phone?
So I can watch.
That's all you want, the phone?
Yes. So I can watch some eating videos. Okay, make me satisfied.
What?
It's
But we
fine.
did that word satisfied.
On YouTube when Diane is watching it.
Oh boy, I'm telling you. I am telling you, these kids today. These kids today. Pay my phone bill now. I get it. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to you. Okay. How are you guys doing today? How's your day going? I'm starting off my day And I have this little girl. You know when I have Gabby up on the road, I have to feed Gabby. Like, that's like going on the road with Gabby's dad. When I'm on the road with O'Neal, just know there is no diet. Cause him a go feed you. Cause him always hungry. Me never see nothing go say it. Alright, me go pay another bill. I don't know which other bill me go pay. I'm always hungry, guys. I get it. Let me see. Tell me. How much you girl say a while ago? I don't even get the total. Good morning, guys. How are you guys doing? What is that, Mama? Good morning to you, and I'll do you too. Good morning to you. Good morning, everybody.
How do you do? Good morning.
Good morning. You sound like Jamaican, Gabby. Good morning. Jamaican say morning. Good morning. Good morning, Miss Mary. Or good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. And how do you do?
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Woo! Yes, baby. I'm supposed to pick up a promotion package.
Mommy, I'm gonna be a singer when I grow up.
They had sent me the tracking number. Let me see if it reached. They said it was a Mother's Day promotion package. Oh, so you know, so it was delivered today. The post office locked door. Yeah, the post office locked. If you go to the store, get me some. Well, you have to come in now. I don't go back around the Riri, you know. God no, I don't really want to go back around the Riri. I'll go back for Riri. Riri take too long to get ready. How much am I pay the money, right, so?
Wait.
Oh, sorry. I thought so. The woman in the saying and the boy beside called me. I never seen a guy. So she couldn't tell me say what I must go. Hi, how are you? She couldn't tell me I must go up there. So, what's my name?
Yeah.
One Love. Gabby.
3357.
We talk about Marley word, but One Love. Do you guys pay him for that?
This is the Coke,
Uh-huh.
and then this is the half and half.
Okay. And then we have a sweet tea too, right? We have a sweet tea?
They didn't ring you off for the sweet too.
Alright, no
Go,
problem.
but that's fine. I'll give it to you. Give me 1 second.
Oh, okay. Alright, no problem. Thank you. Oh, we're gonna park, Gabby.
Yeah, here's that.
Thank you. Good morning to you, and out to you too. I gotta eat.
Here you go.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Now I see why the boy in there so down at the bottom nail was polished. It makes sense. Because since I've been coming to this Raising Cane, that's all I see. All right. Okay. Da 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 dum 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 dum. Hey, me gonna go somewhere where it cool, Gabby. We wanna go somewhere where it cool, but my car not have to burn up, you know? You know that way there? Yeah, under a cool spot, though. Yeah, like right there, so. Let me go right there, so. Cool and nice. Whew. Gabby, you ready for eat?
Yes, please.
You ready to eat? Yeah, baby. Alright, here's the food. I got some ketchup. Do you want ketchup?
No.
You don't want a ketchup? Gabby, where is my car to plug into my phone right there?
Hey, you can have the sauce. I don't want the bread. Take the bread.
Oh, wait. I'll take it. Give me a second. Gabby, let me tell you, Gabby, is this why me come from Jamaica, Gabby?
What?
Children are not so picky, you know. I don't know if they are that picky now, you know, but when I was growing up, children just eat what them parents give them. You know what I'm talking about? But you see, you know, you just so you don't want to catch up yourself. Me I put up my seat, yeah? Wait, nobody pop me up with food, sir. Jesus!
I want it.
Come have a sandwich, me having now, and you're gonna give me. Ooh.
That was bread.
Alright, put the bread in that one. Wait. Alright, put the bread. Oh my goodness. As I'm telling you, these kids. So she don't want to ketchup, guys. Me get her ketchup, you know, she don't want to ketchup. How are you doing? Where is everybody? I know I don't come on this time of the day, but boy, no. Oh, somebody finally made it. All right, I'm having some Raising Cane, in which I shouldn't have no business, but this is a sweet tea. Oh my god. This sweet tea tastes like I'm down south, and I love it. All right, so I ordered me one of just a sandwich alone because, by right, guys, I'm not supposed to eat this right now. See there? Delicious, mouth juicy sandwich, but you know. Delicious. Oh my goodness. How is it, Gabby? Didn't make it enough to? You get paper towel? Why them not give no paper towel, Gabby? No, not at all. Where is everybody today? So let me ask a question. Let me ask Riri something, because I don't have time for the foolishness. So you're saying that's upsetting? Is she working? So my thing is this. So what about the graduation? Am I not going? Okay. Thank you for telling me so I can make other plans. That's fine. So you said don't go? What if I go and she don't answer the door? I don't have time for this. And I really don't have time for this. I really don't have time. Okay, you clean your room?
Mommy, do you have a straw for my drink?
You didn't get a straw?
No!
Jesus Christ.
There's any straws?
Here.
A straw.
Hold on. Hold this. We don't see no straw.
They didn't get no straws? There's ain't no straws.
Hold on, let me check. You know, I have a lot of things to do, Riri. And I'm just trying to be a mother. But if you're trying to be a mother comes with so much. Hey, Casey, how are you? They didn't give me no straw, so I'm going to have to give you mine. I never see that. It's going to come to so much. I don't have to do none of that I'm doing above and beyond. So if it's going to require so much or come with so much, I'm just going to use my time for something else. Hi, Casey, how are you? Oh my God. Yeah, but I didn't get to give you the address. I'm actually going to pick some package up, but yes, all right, baby. I didn't get to give you no address because you didn't contact me. I forgot, Casey. Because I have some gift coming. But I totally forgot about you. But that's okay though. Because I didn't get the email from you, so it just left my mind, you know? Guys, nobody prepared you. Nobody prepared you for adult children. Like having adult children. Nobody prepared you for that. I'm like, it is so beautiful to have children, but having adult children, it is so hard and painful. All right, let me give you my PO box. You ready? Which I don't think it's gonna reach on time because I have some promo to do for somebody, and it actually reached today. But they should have said it yesterday, so I could have gotten it. You know. Hold on, let me give you the address. It is 7. All right, I'm gonna type it in. I'm gonna type it in the box. Hold on. I'm going to type it in the comments. Hold on. Oh my God. How do I copy this? I'm going to type it in the chat, Casey. Hold on. Hold on. Hi. Hold on. Hi. Oh my God. I was just typing it. I'm correct. I'm typing it now. All right. I'm going to pin it. I just pinned it right there. But you got to let me know that he sent it, because I won't know. I have a 13-year-old and I feel it already. Have an adult child. I'm telling you, nobody prepared you for having adult children. I mean, teenagers are difficult. They're very difficult to deal with. But as parents, you still have certain control over them, especially when you see them making decisions that's gonna affect them, over time. So you can step in as having teenagers, because the law still permits you to do that. But having adult children who knows it all, but really don't know anything, and by law, they don't have to listen to you. So it's very difficult. And now I see why certain parents just don't business. They don't care. They just say, you know what? You hear, they say, oh, I have 2 adult children. They say, oh, I never heard you spoke about them, or I never heard you see them. And they're like, oh, they're adults. And they just cut it right there. And now I see why certain parents do that, It sounds weird. I know a lady who has 2 kids. And her adult child, she barely refers about her adult child. And then she's like, oh, he's an adult. And she just stopped it right there. Now I see why, Okay, thank you, Casey. Back to that advance. No pressure, though. No pressure, please. And so now I really see why certain don't forget to like the video. Certain people just can't be bothered, man. Can't be bothered. I was talking to somebody at my job yesterday, and I really thought I was just the only parent, who experienced this. And they're like, their kids are older than my kids. That's past toes, man. That keep me on my fingertip. I'm balancing like I'm a ballerina on my fingers. With Gabby being 8, I'm like, what can I do to make it different? But then I realized no matter how your kid is as a child, once they become an adult, they're gonna do what they want to do. You have a daughter. If you have a daughter, it has to be expensive. Has to be. And the thing about it is, they always have a shopping list without a budget. Oh, so my daughter had to dance the other day. And you know, you would give your parents advance notice. Hey, I'm gonna dance next month, and I'm gonna need, because when I'm doing anything, I have to plan in advance. I'm going on a trip in June, and I'm gonna need $500 to spend. So all these things is planned, so I can include it in my budget. Our kids don't do that. They tell you 3 days or 2 days before, hey, you know, I have to go XYZ Friday, or tomorrow I have to go here. And they expect for you to have the money, to have everything in place for them to go. Oh, yeah. No budget. No budget of anything. They don't care how much it costs. They're going to be like, oh, but mommy, but we need to get that. Like, her dancing stuff literally cost me almost $300. And I'm saying to myself, if I had to spend $300 on myself, I would have to budget that. But when I'm spending it on them, it's like, I don't have to budget anything. It's like, they say they need it, they got to get it. So let me give you a joke, guys. And I know exactly what happened. So my daughter needed a camouflage pants to be bought. I like the pants, so I said, okay, I'm going to buy her. They were $38 each. I said, I'm going to buy one for myself, and I'm going to buy one for her. Okay? No problem. So I bought two. I accidentally gave her the wrong pants. Okay? So when her pants came, I gave it to her. So I said to her, hey, where's the pants that I bought? She told me that she went to school and she leave it. I can tell you, nothing don't happen like that. No more than she go to school and she give another kid my pants that I bought. So she told me that she went to school and she left it at school. Guys, it's almost a week. And that pants still can't make it back from school. It's $38 I paid for the pants, you know. Still till today, cannot make it back from that school. And I'm like, okay, so where do I get money from? My money just appear out of mid-here, right? But those kids' parents, their money come from somewhere else, because
Hold on.
I just automatically generate money.
Mommy, I ate all my food.
You eat up all your food? So, Gabby,
Yes?
our plans might change. I probably need to go put myself. I need to get an outfit. I need to get a dress. Huh?
What?
Oh, you tear up that food, girl. Gabby tear up all that food.
I'm so hungry. What?
Gabby tear up all that food. You see that? Show them a plate.
Okay.
They have the most expensive budget, bro.
My plate is $7.
And I'm telling, I have 4, and I'm telling people, if you are not willing to sacrifice yourself, don't have children, just to have them, because your children, you're gonna have them, and they're gonna have a life of whichever way, guys, they're gonna regret. Because no matter how much you do for your child, some of them still come say you don't do nothing for them. Okay? Some of them still, I mean, I've never heard my kids say that, but I've known parents who have done a lot for their kids, and they're like, oh, I have the worst parents, because yes, I get all of this, but I never really get to spend time with them a lot. And I'm like, which one what you want him to do? You want to get a lot? I'm talking about kids who their parents giving them at least $500 a week, and they still don't think their parents is doing enough. They just still don't think their parents is doing enough. So all I can say to you, parents, is do your best. Do your best at what you're doing, okay? And don't worry about the best. As long as you are doing your best as a parent, that's all that matters. It's not what the kid think. It's not what anybody thinks. Your best, and you know what your best is. But they have to be a cutoff, because, you know, oftentimes our kids will forever be our kids, especially if you're parents who genuinely love your kids. Like, it doesn't matter how old they are. Like, my daughters, they could be 50. If something hurt them, it hurts me. You know, if something is wrong with them, it's wrong with me. And so that's how I love my kids, you know? And your child will forever be your child forever, no matter what it is. You're always gonna see them as your child. You're not gonna see them as any difference otherwise than your child. It doesn't matter if they're 100 years old, they're still your child. And that's a mother and father thing. Although you have some father will say, too big to pit in them, the man. They don't have a bond with their child, so they really don't care. Oh, them are adult, they're busy with them. You know? And some mothers the same too, because not every mother that biologically birthed a child is actually a mother. And let me say this again. Not every mother who biologically birthed a child is a mother. And a lot of mothers out there don't have any children. You have a lot of mothers out there who has never ever gave birth. But when I tell you they are amazing mothers, it's something to die for. And I think one of the biggest thing with mothers is there are a lot of teachers who are not just teachers, they're moms. They're mom and their dads in school. Okay, for our children. Hi, Princess Marie. How are you? And they don't get the credit as they should. Because I can tell you, I think for me, my journey of parenting is between the age of 0 to 10, 11 was the best years for me as being a mom. My kids, they were just amazing kids. They were, trust and believe me, my second daughter. Thank you so much. I don't feel pretty though, but hey, thank you. My second daughter, give me the balls. She jumped off of the deck. She hit the wall out. She did everything a boy would do. She was like my little boy, you know? And so for me, that used to be my stress. That used to be what stresses me a lot. But when I look back, I enjoy the parenting. And she had her moment where she come burst out dancing like, Mommy, rock! You know, she be doing some weird things. And I enjoy that as being a mom with them. But I think where my challenges start was, for every child, it's different. My challenges didn't start with my kids. For my older daughter, it started at 19 for her. For my second daughter, it started at 15. And for my third daughter, it started at 10. So Gabby being my fourth child, I'm wondering when my challenges is going to start. Because right now, Gabby is such an amazing kid. You know, she's a great kid. She listens, whatever. And I said, every child is so different. Every child is so different.
I'll yell at her.
But my problem is, this is my problem, is identifying that, yes, you have an adult child and treat them as such. You know, treat them as adults, not just fluctuate when they're adults and another time they're a child. Because parents who have adult children, let me tell you something, they'll play this game on you, okay? They will play this game on you. One moment they're adults and one moment they're not adults. They're adults to make stupid mistakes, to do stupid stuff, okay? Live rent-free, don't want to do anything around the house, telling you what they think they know with no bills attached. And they're adults, but they're kids when they want you to do something for them, okay? And as parents, and sometimes I can understand why some mothers are just like, you know, they'll be 3 months they've never seen any of their kids, never seen them, and they're just living their life. They're like, oh, my kids are adults. I see them once a year. Well, have you heard from them? They're adults, you know. And those are the moms that I want to help me along my journey of being a mom of adult children. Those are the parents that I want to help me, because I don't get it yet. I really don't get it yet, because I still worry about my kids. I still worry if they're okay. I'm wondering if they're hungry. I remember the other day I saw something with my daughter's skin and I was like, hey, I'm going to get some stuff to buy on your skin. And she's like, oh, mommy, I got it. And I'm like, I understand, but you have to get this to put on your skin so it can stop. Mommy, I got it, you know? And I'm like, you know what? I had to USA. I say, you know what? You ain't got to go to Amazon and buy anything. You ain't got to go get anything for her. Make her figure it out of what's happening with her skin. Let her just figure it out, because as a mom, I just want to, because she's my child, I just want to say, hey, I know if she uses this on her skin, it will help her skin, because she's my child, right? I know what her skin needs or what caused this. And, you know, she had eczema as a kid, so I know what I need to buy for her skin to be better. But she's like, but guys, she's 24. She's 24 years old. So her telling me, mommy, I got it, is telling me, leave me alone. And I'm like, you know what? As much as I know what can solve the issue, I just need to know when to just let them be an adult. You know? And the instant I allow them to be an adult, guys, they want to be a kid. Let's try to figure that out. I don't know. So if you're a mom or dad out there that already have adult children, please give me some tips, because I guarantee you there's so many mom and dad and even grandmas. I see grandma of 18 kids. I was talking to her. She followed me on YouTube. And everything that I was talking about, her kids is older than my kids, and she's having the same issues. And so I just want to hear from other mothers out there who have adult children. If are you experiencing the same thing? I know teenagers they're crazy. Teenagers, they're walking crazy people. And they know it all and they know nothing at all. Okay, so I kind of understand the teenage phase and know that they're going through a phase and the hormones are raging inside of them and they're still trying to figure out how to deal with these hormones. So I validate. Hello, princess. How are you? I'm doing fine. So I validate teenagers and the different hormones that they're experiencing. I validate what they're going through and the things that they're doing. I'm not making excuses for them, but I understand. But now these teenagers are becoming adults and they're trying to navigate life and figure it out. But as a parent like me, I think I am the walking manual for any child who wants to do better with their life. Okay? Any child. And I can tell you whether it's okay. Like, I have some kids. I'm like, not every child is going to go to college, guys. And trust and believe me, not every kid is going to go to college. As a mother or a friend or a mentor, you must be able to identify within a child their strengths and their abilities. And to say, oh, that child is going to go to college and that child can manage, that can't. This one probably needs to get a trade. And this one probably needs to do that. And I think I am that mother, okay? I can tell what my child can do from what my child can't do, okay? And, these young adults, they're trying to figure out, they all want money. Don't know why. There's in this ego for money. And the money that they want is not to pay rent, it's not to pay light, it's not to pay water, it's not to be a real adult. The money that they want to buy an ear extension, they want to buy a new purse, they want to buy a new shoe, and they want to order food through DoorDash. That's the money they want, guys. It's not the real life. And if anybody have young adults today in their house, they can relate to what I'm saying. So they work so hard just for that. That's what they want to work hard for. And if I could remember when I was an adult, that was not on my mind. That was not something on my mind, being a young adult. Thing on my mind was, hey, I'm going to get a reliable transportation. How am I going to able to pay my bills? How am I going to able to get an apartment? That was me being a young adult. Those are the things I was looking into being a young adult. Those were the things I was looking into, guys. Okay? That's exactly what I was looking into. But the kids today, what in the world is this? What are we now? What are we now? Oh, hold on, guys. Hold on, let me. Oh, I've seen this already. How about the for federal employees, guys, the judge has blocked the RIF program right now. Oh, I've seen this. Yeah. So, you know, that's what their focus is. Just buying DoorDash, buying a nice purse, going to a concert. That's what they're thinking about. And remember, these are going to be the future parents. These are going to be the future husband, future president, future teachers, future doctors. Our future, boy, look like it's AI going to run our future. Based on the rate of how I see it going, it's like 5% of kids mentally screw on today, in today's generation. I don't know if it's a COVID vaccine, you know, or the vaccination that they're getting. I don't know what's going on, because I realize that 1 in 10 kids, 2 in 10 kids have autism today. And when I was growing up, I'm not saying autism wasn't a popular thing, but no, autism coming like fashion show. Like, it's like a fashion. Out of 10 kids, at least 3 of them have autism. Where's this coming from? Where's all of this coming from all of a sudden?
What?
This autism thing. It's just appearing out of the blues.
What?
The same way how our kids are acting. Where this craziness of these kids are just so addicted just to the internet and to DoorDash, and that's their goal and motivation. Nobody wants to go to work. Everybody wants to be online. I mean, there's money online, guys. I am a YouTuber, and I can tell you that. Okay, there's money online, don't get me wrong. But boy, if I was relying online, I don't know how my bills will be paid. You know what I mean? So I'm not trying to hit down their dreams that you can't make money online, but also to think about the future at the same time. And, you know, the Bible is there as a tool for us as adults, but we are there as a tool for our children if they'll allow us to guide them. Because some of the mistakes that these kids are making today, like, let me tell you something, guys. I was watching. There's these little boys, and I'm not judging any parents. Not judging any parents. They were going on doors, ringing the doorbell, and then running in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock in the morning. It's a TikTok prank. So they're doing it for a TikTok challenge. And trust and believe me, our teenagers are so controlled by the internet today. Hammy and Gabby use terms in her mouth that I was like, Gabby, where you learn that word? She's like, oh, I learned it on YouTube. So the internet is actually training our children today. I don't care. 1% of parents can say they have full control of their children not using the internet. And yet there are those parents out there, guys, because my husband is very strict, but yet still the kids, them still watch YouTube. So, but there's those parents who are really, really strict who don't even make their kids use the internet, period. There are those parents out there. And kudos to those parents. It helps them and it hurts them because the internet is there. The internet is revolving and the kids are learning so much. So it can help them in some good ways, but it can also hurt them in some sense of way. But today, the kids are just looking at, oh, I'm going to be a YouTuber. I'm going to be a TikToker. I'm going to be a this. And they're not thinking about, hey, what my future is going to hold. What if the internet doesn't work tomorrow? How am I going to have some life skills to be better for the future. You said, Casey said, my daughter doesn't have social media. Thank God. Casey, that's the best thing you could ever do. And if you probably you don't know if she has it, but make sure she really, really doesn't have it. Make sure in every single way she get a device, everything is blocked, so she really, really doesn't have access to it. Because I can tell you that is the most detrimental thing parents could ever do to their child. Ever. And another thing, this FaceTime thing, that's also dangerous. They don't have to have social media. They have the FaceTime video. That is crazy. That's another thing. So, I mean, my husband, he doesn't give the two younger kids cell phone. He buys them a watch. And at first, I was like, because I did it with my older kids, I was like, what is wrong with this man? Why you don't want to give the kids cell phone? What sense does it make? But now I'm understanding the sense that it makes. And I'm going to tell you why. So there's a TikTok challenge going around where you go to this person's door. I don't remember what it's called, like ping and run. And they said it's a whole trend. And so what they do is they go to each neighbor's door and they ring the doorbell and they run away. Oh, you put parental control on YouTube. That is good. And you have YouTube kids too as well. So they go to person doors and run away. So this 16-year-old and this 17-year-old senior who's about to graduate high school, 6 of them just decide, and it's this week it happened, just decide that.
Mommy, do you mean like prank calling? Or like...
What is it, prank calling? That's what it's called, prank calling?
Yeah, like you call people and prank them.
And run. Yeah.
Run away.
So I think, yes, it's prank calling. I think that's what it's called. Thank you, Gabby. So there's a TikTok trend that's going around. I think it's called prank calling, as Gabby says. They go to each neighbor's door and they ring the doorbell and they run away. Okay? And I'm saying this incident happened at 3 a.m. in the morning. Not judging any parent, guys. Not judging. My husband have a son, and I'm telling you, he's one of the most active father I could see in a child's life. And we used to have little boys come ringing on our doorbell, and my husband cut that out in 3 minutes, in 3 seconds. And I was like, this dude is just losing it. He's like, he tell his son, don't make no boy come to my house knocking the doorbell. And I don't want you to go to no boy yard. It's not gonna happen. You see them at school, and that's it. And I was like, my husband is my stepson is on a soccer team. So you know they want to hang out, they want to go to the mall. My husband don't, none of that. And he was not the perfect kid growing up, so he must have his reasons why he just don't want that influence around his son, right? Well, these 6 boys came together. Where are the parents? I don't know, because they're kids, and they decide they're going to do prank call, as Gabby called it. So they went out in the neighborhood, 2 each, and they rang neighbor's doorbell like 3 times, and they ran away. Okay? I know to these children, and if they had parental guidance, and I'm telling you, parents, you could be the best parents you can be, but sometimes as parents, we're too loose with our children. We're too easy. We're trying to be a parent pleaser, that certain danger that we could protect them from, we don't. So nothing more than all of these boys were probably having a sleepover. Okay? Must be. Because all 6 of them could not be in the same location at the same time. They don't live in the same home. And for them to come out at 3 a.m. in the morning. But even if I had a sleepover at my house, in which I don't, as a parent, I would have to know if we're 6 boys. And when you see little boys gather together, if you're a man, you know what I'm talking about. Jesus, peace. Nothing good comes from that. Like, once I see 6 teenage boys, I was like, oh boy, what they up to now? I'm trying to figure out what next they're going to do. Because now they have so much testosterone going in them. Sometimes they might be looking at girls. Sometimes they might be thinking about, you know, slaying. Sometimes they think about TikTok. All kind of things going through their little minds. Because their mind is not mature enough. And their mind is not experienced enough. So they go knock on his neighbor's door. And a neighbor came out. And he shot 2 of them.
He shot? What he shot?
Yeah.
He shot them with a gun?
Yes.
Oh my God.
And one died. And they arrested the guy because it's in Virginia, guys. They said he wasn't of eminent threat to the neighbor. And in Virginia, for you to shoot, you have to be of eminent threat. But let me tell you something, guys. I work with veterans every day. And they're veterans who probably just went to Nova Scotia. That's the farthest they've ever been to. Some of them never have left the soil of America. Some of them never worked overseas. But they're also soldiers who have served and have served in war. Like my brother's a soldier and he went to Afghanistan. He has served on the front line. And I can tell you that the brother, hi Red Room, how are you? We're talking about adult children. And I can tell you, the brother that I knew before he went, he was in the British Army, before he went overseas to serve, is not the same brother I have today. And my brother is the one who basically raised me. The brother I had that went to the war and the brother who came back is two different brothers. Okay? Very intense. And so, if my brother is sleeping and he loves his little sister dearly, I had a conversation with him. Yes, my brother loved me. My brother would do anything in the world just for his sister. My education started because of my brother. He's uneducated, but he went as a kid. He worked so I could go to school and do all my subjects because he's like, I'm smart, and he didn't go to school and he go to school and work so I could go get my subject. That's my brother. Okay. I have an amazing big brother. And if I'm doing anything wrong, he's going to come at me, not in a way that I like, but it helps me. It saved me from a lot of things. But I can tell you, if my brother is sleeping, I cannot go over my brother. Because trust and believe me, I'm going to get, the way he's going to react in his sleep, you're not going to believe it's my brother. I'm not going to walk up behind my brother either. Because he have PTSD. I just can't do it. The man have been to war. So you can't just go knock on people's doorbell at 3 o'clock in the morning because there is, you have to be in imminent debt for somebody to shoot. There are a lot of soldiers who are still struggling. Some of them can't even drive in a car. I saw this guy was driving in an Uber car and the driver was driving and he was like, no, don't hurt the kid. No. He's losing it. So you can't have your little teenagers going out, knocking on people's door at 3 o'clock in the morning. You don't know what they're suffering from. So now this little kid, he's a white kid, been killed by an African-American man because they decide, and because their parents are so want to be their child's friend, allow 6 teenage boys to come over to their house to sleep and to go out at 3 o'clock in the morning to ring people's doorbell and run. Ring people's doorbell and try to open the angle and run. Now this man is being charged. And I understand, as I tell you, my husband, sometimes I'm not with the things that he say when in regards to the kids. But I can tell you, I wish I had listened to him with the older ones, because a lot of things could have been prevented for the older ones, you know. But with the younger ones, I just let him be because I see where he's going at. I really see where he's going at. And it's a sense of protection for them. I need to catch up on what's going on. Yeah. So it happened in Virginia this week. The guy was charged because these little, what is it called, Gabby? Prank call?
Oh.
They go to the door and they ring the doorbell and they run. No, this man is charged because these little kids were doing that. It was 6 of them.
Because they were pranking them.
They were pranking them. It's a TikTok prank. They're doing it for TikTok. And I can say that I've seen my stepson did in the freeze. It was so cold the other day, 50 degrees. He did an ice water challenge just for his friends online. And so the social media thing with children don't work. And I was telling them, but my husband do not give the 2 younger girls cell phones. He gave his son, but he did not give the two younger girls cell phone because he said the mistake he made with the others, he's not making it with them. He's just not doing it, right? He's not doing it because these kids are so smart. You give them cell phone and you said no social media. They have other ways. And because if you parents are not tech savvy as them, oh yeah, they go around you, bro. You say, oh, my kid don't have social media, but they have a whole app locked that even if you look on their screen, you can't find it. Yes, they're that smart. So to prevent all that, my husband gave them the smartwatch. That's it. To prevent all that headache, he gave them the smartwatch. Don't think you can go to my husband and think you're going to tell him, oh, I want to put this purple here in. It's not going to happen. Gabby, we have a friend who traveled overseas and gave Gabby this beautiful bracelet. And I was like, I remember when I was a kid, I got one of these because, you know, Jamaican, you know, the gold bracelet, bracelet, they call them our chaparita, but the thick one, them look nice. And I was like, this is so sweet. So Gabby put it on. She put it on Gabby's hand. And by the time Gabby went outside, Gabby took it off her hand. I said, Gabby, why you took it off? She said, oh, I can't wear this. I said, why? Oh, Daddy's not going to allow me to wear this. And I was like, what? But then I thought, I said, you know what? I'm not going to override what Gabby said, what her father is doing with her. Because I can see how this world has dominated our children's life and has destroyed us. And I can tell you, we as responsible adults, if we had the technology that these kids have right now, we wouldn't be how we are today. Yeah, we would not have been the same way if we had the technology that these kids have and the stuff them that these kids have. We wouldn't have. My older kids, I have them where I start putting extension in their hair from they're like probably 5. But the younger ones, my husband said that's not happening. They're going to wear their natural hair. They're going to love themselves for who they are. And we're not going to add those things onto them. We're just not going to do it. Right? And you know what? Guess what? I respect him for that. And the reason why, yes, Mana Ninja. And the reason why I respect him for that, let me tell you why I respect him for that. You see my older girls? You see, if I don't go out and spend $150 or buy this expensive extension or whatever, oh, they don't feel like anything. Their hair have to get done. And so they grow up, they go to work to buy extension to put in their hair. That's what they're working for. No, my older daughter, she was not like that. She wear a natural hair. She has real curly, pretty natural hair. So she like gel it up and wet it, and it's so curly and nice. But it's now that she's getting older that she stopped wearing so much extension in her hair. Because it's costing her too much money, and life is lifing. And I can't blame these kids because guess what? I trained them as a kid to start wearing these extensions and making them feel like, hey, without this, you don't look like somebody. And so the fact that he's doing that with these kids, I respect him for that. And that's why they say every household need a man in their household. You need a father. Because you see, us mothers were amazing. But without the fathers being in the home, I'm telling you. I am telling you guys, no offense, but the water trend is actually a mental illness called USC, Speak Your Mind, Ice Bucket Challenge. So people don't actually just do it for their friends. It's not fun and friends. Oh, so it's a mental health thing. Okay. All right. But what I'm saying is the fact that somebody on the internet could allow him to make him do that. They could make him do other stuff. Just like how the trend on TikTok made those little boys go do prank calls. Right? Here, Gabby. They made those little boys go do prank calls and go lost their life. It's the same thing. Don't turn it up though, no. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. And I know a lot of parents will be offended by what I'm saying today. But think about how the system is destroying our kids, and we're allowing it. We're allowing it because we're so busy. Like, I can tell you, yesterday, because I started going back in the office, I came home, I was mentally drained. I was so tired. Gabby was on the TV till 11 o'clock. So I'm not bashing any parents like it doesn't happen to me, okay? I just make her sit there and watch the TV. But when we were growing up as children, did our parents allow us to do that? No, they didn't. They didn't. But because this is how the society and the world is going on, we just say, it's okay, just let them just do it. Because I'm like that, guys. I'm not just talking like it doesn't happen in my household. And it happened as parents.
What did you just say?
You understand? All right, turn it on, Mama. Let me take it off of the hair. Let me take it off of the car. It happened to it happened to me. You understand? And that's why I'm rewriting it with Gabby. I'm making a difference because turn it down, Gabs. I have older kids. I know a lot of things that I'm seeing with them. I'm like, I can't blame nobody. Give it to me, Gabs. Give it to me. Yeah, I can't blame nobody. I have to blame my own self for a lot of things. Because my adult children, they're adults when they want to be adults. They're full adults. Oh, I'm an adult to do that. But they're kids in a certain thing. And the things that they're kids in is things that they need to be adult in. And the thing that they're adult in is the thing that they need to be a kid in. And they want to make their own decision without prepping, without planning, without anything. They want to be full-grown adults in those decisions in which as parents, we're growing adults. I understand. A lot of people think they're growing children. We're growing the future adults. So we got to treat them like they're going to be the future, right? But at the same time, think about it. If you were driving a car and you did not learn the skills, if you were given a driver's license and you did not learn the skills of driving, what would happen on the road? There will be a catastrophe. So why do we think our child, because they're 18, they're adults, and they're given the tool to life, that they can fully make the decision without proper training? It's not possible, guys. It's not possible. But society in America is 21-year-old to drink alcohol, but it's 18-year-old to go to the military. And you can sign them off early. It's backwards. I'd rather you give them alcohol at 18. You understand? Turn it down, Mama. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just saying these things because our future is not looking promising, guys. It's not looking promising. These kids, they don't want to do anything unless AI do it. You tell them, hey, go do this. They're going to ask AI to do it. Or AI to tell them. So where are our life skills? Not every kid joined Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts to learn certain life skills. Not every kid grew up in the Caribbean where they can learn certain things. So what about our kids that are living in the first world? What are we doing as parents to help them? Are we customizing our life to the society that we live in and forgetting the norms of being of growing our kids to become better adults in society? Is that what we're doing? Because, oh, my friends are doing it. My daughters, my third daughter is 16. All of her friends in high school, they have 2 piercing in their nose. All of their ears is pierced. Right? Don't have a problem with that. But I didn't live with my parents. And I have a piercing here. I didn't get it until I was 18. I didn't live with my parents. But my parents had full control. They could stay where they are. And they could tell me that it can't be done. And I had to listen. I had to listen. Does it hurt me in any sense of the way? No, it doesn't. But it's just the principle of it. So my kids seen that in school. And you're going to come and say, Mommy, can I have a nose piercing? And I'll be like, nose piercing where? Are you a cow? we need no spacing for? You know, it's like I'm crazy. It's like, mommy, but all my friends do it. And you're just being the worst parent. So now I become the enemy for my child. I become the enemy for my child because now all my friends have their nose pierced and their ears is pierced all the way. We need that for. What is that adding to your life? How is that helping you? How is that impacting your life? If you have your entire ears pierced all the way here and your nose is pierced 2 places and your eyelashes pierced, how is that helping you? How is it helping you as a child? You know? It's really not helping them. And us parents, we're not helping our children when we allowing to a lot of things. Because in Jamaica, they have a lot of Catholic school. And I'm so grateful for that. I am not a Catholic, but Catholic instill a lot of discipline in children. Because trust and believe me, a simple thing as a black or a brown shoes, you go to school and wear a white shoes and see if you go through that door. It's principle. But when these kids go to prison, they have to follow those rules. They got to follow the prison rules. Why are we waiting until they get to that stage to instill principle into these children? What about the homes? We no longer instilling principle anymore. We're making decisions for these young little kids because that's what they want. Do you think they know what they want? I mean, they can have a say. Don't get me wrong. They can have a say and you can look into what they're saying to you. But at the end of the day, are we just going with the trends? These common trends that are going around, are we just going with the trends? Because so many parents today are succumbing, they are allowing their kids to do things because, oh, I see your friend have it. The value that I have in my household, your friend parents may not have that value. In your household, you may have a 2-parent household. And guys, 2-parent household don't make a difference. You're lying. I can tell you that. There are amazing mom who can be mom and dad and do an amazing job. There are amazing mothers out there who can run a household, do an amazing job. But how much percentage is that? How much percentage of single moms that has 3 to 4 kids that can run a household in such a way to be an amazing mom? To bring structure, work and provide for them. It's a very small percent. It's a very small percent. Because there's a lot of things that will be oversight that you won't see. When a child will respect dad, they respect mom. And when they don't respect mom, they respect dad. So when a household have the mother and the father in the home, you realize that the child tend to have more structure. Because why mom will say something, dad will say something else. And while you can't get past mom in one thing, you have to go through 2 people instead of 1. And these kids are so smart, guys. They are smart. They know who to go to for what. They know who to go to for what. But as parents, we need to get back our children. Because we're only getting back our children when they're dead or they're in prison. Is that why we have them? Is that the reason why we have our children, to give them to the system or to bury them? That's not why we have them. That's not why. That is not why. I never ever said I want to take away phone and stuff like that from my kids because technology is evolving, right? And it's within their area and they need to learn about it. But how much control can we so much have on our children? You go to the library now, there's not a lot of kids there anymore. Kids are not reading books anymore. They're not. I know if you see 10 kids today, if I go and I do a survey and I see 10 kids, I'm like, hey, how are you? How old are you? What book are you currently reading? They're not going to tell us that they're not reading no book. They're not reading any. They don't have life skills. They don't read. So they're programmed by whatever the system tells them, whatever the computer tells them. So they don't develop any sense, any skills that's gonna help them mentally. Because, oh, I don't need to do that because I can go online and I can order this and this will do that. This will do that for me. That will do that for me. This will do that for me. Like, I have a daughter, she's in technology, and trust and believe me, she has a tech something for every single thing you can think of. She has a machine for it. It's like, I didn't even know that exists. She's like, yeah. So they're not going to be using their muscles, in which exercise is very good. I know, I understand why the age cap, why they have problems with us generation living so long. Us generation living so long because a lot of things we have to do manually by ourselves. And we're shortening the life of our future generation because technology and the radiation, and then 10 years later you find out that this thing that you bought is destroying, or it had some chemical in it that you're not supposed to be around, and it messes you up. Let's start as leaders of our new generation, creating communities for kids. Teach them how to sew. Teach them how to use needle and thread. Like, if their pants rip, they know how to sew it. Because AI is not going to do that. They can go and buy an AI thing that's going to do that for them. But what if technology breaks down? How are they going to survive? How are they going to survive? What if there's no running water? How do they purify the water? You know, we have to teach our kids that. Because, guys, we're losing our children. We're losing our children because we want to be their friends. And we're enabling our adult children because we don't want to lose them. We're enabling them. And I know a lot of persons with adult children can tell you, very few of them are self-sufficient. Very, very few of them are self-sufficient. Is 1% of the adult children population is self-sufficient. What's happening with our world? What is happening with our future? They're our future. Our children are our future. And if we love them enough, I think we don't have to be strong disciplinarian in the home for our children to listen. But at the same time, we don't have to be our children's friend for them to listen either. Because now, oh, I see your friend do that. Okay, I think you should do it because your friend was able to do it. So why not? I tell my daughter, I don't care. It could be dangerous. The president daughter that has her nose pierced. If your nose gets pierced, it's when you're on your own and you're an adult. But while you're my child, you're not wearing tooth piercing going to school in your nose. How does that add to your grades? How does that add to your learning? How does that impact you? Yeah?
Can you please go home?
Yeah, I'm about to get ready now. How does that no, I gotta go to the store, Mama.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Let's go already.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the store now.
Then we're gonna meet Aniana.
I don't think I'm gonna go anymore based on what Riri just said. So I think I changed my mind. I'm just gonna go home and do some planting and stuff like that, and cook, and then I get to go on the road later.
Can I go with you?
Yeah. Yeah. So it is. When I tell you it's so crazy, guys, it is so crazy. Because when I saw the incident with that little boy losing his life, I just realized, I said, you know what? I'm so grateful for my husband. I am so grateful for him, guys. So grateful for him. Because I remember when these little boys were coming to our door, knocking and calling my stepson. My husband was not having it. He wasn't having it. And I'm saying, for a boy who's always, because he's growing Jamaica, my husband have a lot of friends. A whole lot of friends when he's growing up in Jamaica. Yes, man. That man has the most friends you could ever think of. He's always on the road with them, always out. I would think that these are stuff that he would really embrace, you know, the neighborhood kids coming to call his son out, and you know, that would be something that he embraces. Guys, he don't embrace it. And I couldn't figure out why. And I'm saying in my mind, him just do too much. I mean, him just do too much. That's what came into my mind. But now that I see this little boy in Virginia, 3 a.m. in the morning with his friends, 6 of them, go knocking on people's door and losing his life, now I see what he was trying to do. Now I see why he tell his son, you're not going to do that. Now I see why. Probably there are things that he experienced as a teenager when he had so much friends. Why he doesn't want his kids to be out hanging with other boys like that. Now I see why. Because what could make them come up with this theory? I understand if they even did it in the daytime. But touching people's door, trying to open it, I can't figure out what could come in their mind for them to do that. I really can't figure out what could tell them that at 3 a.m. in the morning you go into somebody's house to do that. I tell my kids all the time, what if I have 3 daughters who are currently driving, 16, 21, and 24, and I will send them the most video, and I can tell you that they don't, some of the video them they don't even watch. They don't watch because they say, mommy, you're just too paranoid. I tell them that when you're driving, there are persons on the road that goes through a lot every day. Some of them have lost their wife, some of them have lost their mom, some of them have lost their entire family, some of them have lost their livelihood, some of them are suffering mentally, some of them have served in the military and experiencing PTSD, or it doesn't take, you don't have to even serve in the military to have PTSD. Your life and your background that you're coming from can make you have PTSD, okay? And you never know what somebody is going through. If somebody cuts you off on the road, keep going. Yes, it's our instinct. Immediately somebody cut us, because guys, may I tell you now, before I got this mentally mature, I used to argue with people over parking lots. Oh yeah. I'm going to pull up in the parking lot and somebody come from nowhere and hey, me pull up beside the car and I say, hey, look, that's time I used to curse. Hey, look at Jamaican wild words and da 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 RTSD. Okay? I mean, I argue with you because you see me going on the parking spot and you take the parking spot. That used to be me. But I remember a friend of mine say to me, try not to do that because that's road rage. And a lot of things can happen. But I didn't pay it any mind. I was like, sure. Nothing can happen. Nothing. Until somebody that I knew that person lost their life because of road rage. A thing that they could have prevented. Thing that could have just got through the door. With his kids in the car. That to make it worse. His kids was in the car. And a driver cut him off on the road. It was Christmas Day. And as any person, somebody cut you off, you're automatically going to be upset. You're going to want to react. He drove down the guy and he, you know, they exchanged words. And the exchange words turn into exchange of other stuff. In which I don't think he knew that if he had drove down that guy and he exchanged words like, hey, why did you cut me off? Why did this happen? Would have cost him his life. You know? And so these are things that you try to tell them, like, hey, you may be upset. Yes, that person cut you off real bad. Yes, this happened. Yes, it's just automatically if you go cut the person off or go see who's in the car. Who is driving that car that just drove so bad and almost run me over? you know. But sometimes we have to learn how to let those things go, because the world is crazy. These people are crazy. They're losing it. And that's one of the reasons is some of these kids, they weren't told no when they were growing up. They didn't have any discipline when they were growing up. And now they're adults, they have to face the world and they have to learn these life skills on their own. And it can be frustrated, because a lot of parents are their child's best friend. A lot of parents are their child's best friend. Is it good to communicate with your kids? Yeah. It's good to communicate with your kids. But being their best friend and their yes man, because what will happen is we'll lose our children. We'll lose our future generation to stupidity. I remember one time they had this challenge where they were eating. Do you guys remember that? They were eating laundry detergent. Father. And I remember my kids came to me, Mommy, you know, there's a challenge going around there eating the Tide Pods. You guys remember that? I said, what are you saying? Mommy, we should try the challenge where we're eating Tide Pods. And they're doing it on YouTube and they're getting a lot of views. I said, that's when they were smaller. Let me tell you something. I ain't eating no Tide Pods to get no views on YouTube. Or on Facebook. That time, this whole YouTube thing it was big, but it was not big. But my kids used to watch YouTube a lot. Before the whole cable thing was in play. You know, it's either they had DVDs, because that DVDs you could control what your kids watch. You know, you could control what they watch. You buy the CDs and they're able to watch. And then they start moving into the whole YouTube thing. So they started having like Keisha and Trey, in which they didn't do that. There are other YouTubers that they used to watch, but there are upcoming YouTubers who had these trends where they're eating Tide Pods and they're eating this. And I said, baby, we're not eating Tide Pods, my love, because that's laundry detergent. And our common sense, and as parents, our common sense is just to tell them the right thing, right? Not to just go with the social norms, because we want to be cool or we want to get attention. We want to get attention. And if you're doing that as a child, you're going to do that as an adult. And you're not going to know how to determine what is right and what is wrong, or what is just a social. As Remy just said, Remy said that the water challenge is for mental health. I could understand you just worked out, or you're going to work out, and you set a bucket of water and you submerge yourself in the water for 5 to 10 minutes, even if it's cold outside, and get out of it. That is to shock your mental health or your nerves before you work out, or to make relax your muscles. I understand that. But I don't understand you going outside in a 40 degrees weather, pouring ice water on yourself, recording it just for views. I don't understand that. It's not. If it was a hot day, I understand. You know? And I'm saying, if the internet could allow them to do that, what else can the internet let them do? What else? It could make them do a whole lot of things. A whole lot of things. And even do things that make them lose their life. There was another prank going around on TikTok where teenagers will, the Kia car, they'll go around, they don't want the car, they're not literally stealing the car. They're just breaking in the car, starting the car, drive the car somewhere and leave it. These were mainly teenagers that are doing that. And they were all doing this because of the TikTok trend. Make this make sense? So the way our parents raised us when I was growing up, I can sniff that out. I didn't need a parent to tell me that this is trouble. Because if I break in somebody's car, I started their Kia and I drive it to the next parking lot, and the police officer pull me over, I don't have a driver's license. Or even if I have a driver's license, pull me over in this car, me as a 16, 17-year-old is gonna ruin my chances by getting a record for just a trend. I'm just saying, guys. Then where are these parents? Where are these parents? Why are you out at 12 o'clock in the night breaking in people's car, taking their Kia? Where are the parents? And I understand if your mom is a nurse. Your mom is a nurse, she's at work. She wasn't around. I understand that. But 95% of these kids, their moms are at home. Their moms are single mom. They're burned out. They're burned out. They're tired. They came from work. They just want to sleep. The kids have their friends over and they're just allowing them just to have fun because they're so tired and they're so burned out and they just can't do no more. And they just allow their kids to just do whatever. Just let's let them stay. It's just boys. Boys will be boys. Let them stay. Not watching them. Not seeing what they're doing. And we destroy our kids' life, guys. We're destroying our children. We are, because we want to please them. We want to please them. Tell them no today so they can learn from the no's today, so they can make better decisions when they're older. They make better decisions when they're older. Because when you have a child that you don't tell no, when they get older, it's hard. Like for me, I have 3 girls not far apart in age. Yeah? They're not far apart. And I remember if one of the kids did something bad and we had a trip planned, because I'm taking the other 2, I don't want to leave that disrespectful one behind. I said, yeah, you know, she was disrespectful or she did something bad, but I can't leave her alone because I'm taking the other 2. So I take her. And you know what, guys? I can tell you, I'm still learning today from that. I am still dealing with the consequences from that. Because when they were disciplined, being laid down, I myself will break those disciplines because I don't want that child to be left alone because I'm taking the other 2. So that child is now rewarded. It's like the Pavlov with the dog and the bell theory. I now tell this child, even if I'm rude and if I'm disrespectful, once mommy has a trip planned, because on Sundays when I was a single mom, I would take the kids out to eat after I get off of work. And so say for instance, my youngest was rude and disrespectful or did something bad and I punished her for it. I would come, I say I can't take the other 2 kids and leave her alone because something might happen when I leave her alone. Hi, Jamaican Cooking Corner. So I would take all 3 of them with me. And today, they're adults. And guys, I'm still learning from that. I am dealing with the consequences of that. I am dealing with the consequences of that because once that child had been rude or disrespectful, what I should have done is make that child deal with their punishment. Like, you're rude, you're disrespectful. This is what you get when you're rude and disrespectful. And take the other 2. Go have fun and come back. But I never used to do that as a parent, guys. I never did. If one did something bad or they were rude or whatever, I just didn't want to leave them alone. I punished them, I claim, but I would take them out and I would reward them by making them, or I would take them to the park or the museum or to the amusement park, or, you know, I'll take them. I'll take all three of them because I don't want to leave that one behind, because I feel like if I left that one behind, oh my God, that child is going to miss out on everything. Yes, she's been rude, but she's just been rude at the wrong time. And guys know they're adults. I can tell you, as a parent, I failed in that compartment. I failed there, and I'm still learning from it. I am still not learning, because it's not learning at this point. I'm dealing with the consequences of that. I'm dealing with the consequences of that. And so parents, sometimes we may have a trip planned, and we probably pay our trip and everything already, and we don't want to lose our money. When kids are disrespectful, you have to make sure that whatever their punishment is, that you follow through on that. Because when they don't follow through, they become adults and they know business. Because when they're kids, you are rewarding them for their bad behavior. So when they're adults, what do you think is going to happen? They don't care. They don't care. And they not only do this in our household, they do it outside. And so I have Gabby. I can tell you, I'm unwriting all the wrongs that I did with my adult children. I am trying to unmark all the arrows that I did. If she's in timeout, in which Gabby barely do, because Gabby's a very respectful kid. If she's in timeout, she's in timeout. And I'm not going to reward you for being bad. You know? I'm just not going to reward you for being bad. And so I'm about to leave now, guys, but this is just some life skills that, as parents, I know there's a lot of persons, I think every day is Mother's Day to me, not just one day, because mothers have done an amazing job to our society and to our children and to our futures. But fathers as well has done an amazing job too as well. And I don't think they themselves have gotten the reward or the respect as mothers. And a lot of times, a lot of people feel like, oh, because I gave birth, that makes you a mother. And I don't think so. You know, they have this little thing like, oh, she's a mother already because she gave birth to me, so she's a mother. You know, yes, she wasn't there, or she didn't do this, or she wasn't, but she's my mom because she gave birth to me. Because there are people out there who have never given birth and they're mothers. Okay, they're mothers, and some of them give birth and they're not mothers. They gave birth to that child. Okay, so I don't understand this misconception in how people view things, because there are fathers out there who are playing both roles and they don't get the respect or the honor same way. And if a father do one bad thing, he's done. And he's done for life. Oh, my father did this and I'm done with him. But my mother, she can do anything, because she gave birth to me. You know? And so this whole ideology of how people view things and the standards are just so biased that every day for me is Mother's Day. Mother's Day for me is my kids showing me respect every single day, and even no matter how they feel, they honor and they listen to my guidance when I tell them things. It may not sound correct and I may not be right in everything that I say, but just the thought of listening and try to apply at least one or two things that I tell them, that is the biggest Mother's Day gift that I could ever get from my kid. And I don't need the praise from society to say that I'm a mother, because some of us, we're only mother on Mother's Day. And no disrespect. Some of us, I was a single mom for years, and I can tell you it was never an easy job. It was never an easy job. Never. Like, now that I'm married, my husband, he come to me and say, hey, You don't see that this happened to, what happened with that child? And I was like, nothing. He's like, no, something not right, man. Something not right. And I was like, no, they're okay. I was like, and he's trying to figure out what's wrong. And I'm like, to me, he doesn't look at them. So all for the 5 minutes where him see them, him knows there's something wrong. And I was like, nothing. And trust and believe me, guys, I promise you, I have to go. I can't talk about Mother's Day. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that, Jamaican Cooking Corner. Yeah, and it's sad to know that he's 95% right, because thank you so much. I'm gonna find out probably 6 months later that probably what he saw was actually right. But to me, because I'm just so connected as a mother with them, I probably overlook certain things from them, certain things that I should have seen. I probably just and the kids know that. The kids know that. They know that women, we're very emotional creatures, and they work on our emotions. You know, them know how to work on that. The kids know that. They know how to manipulate that whole situation, and so, you know, there are a lot of things that I miss as a mother. I miss seeing a lot of signs as a mother, and that I should see, but because I was seeing it from a place of love. You know, when you love somebody, you can't see nothing. That is me. And that is me with my kids. I love them so much that when they're wrong in my face, me not see it because I love them so much. And so I could be blinded by the love that I have for them. But it doesn't have to be a man in the house. It could be a mother or a sister or a cousin who genuinely love them and can see something that you not seeing because you're in a state of love. It's just like you have a man, right? And you love him so much you can't see him wrong. Like you're so much in love that you can't see, but somebody else on the outside can come and say, that right, that's something wrong. You understand? And so it's the same thing with our children. It's the same thing. And as I said, I don't want people to just think that tomorrow is Mother's Day, so tomorrow I'm going to look for my children then because of Mother's Day I'm going to get gift. Or let me go visit my kids, or let me go check in with my kids because it's Mother's Day and I want them to give me something. Mother's Day is not just on the day that you receive a gift or being appreciated for. A mother is
I got for you, mommy.
Okay. Mother is a mother every single day. Every day from you give birth, or even if you don't give birth and you chose or decide to adopt a child into your life, it's a everyday job. It's a everyday you should be honored. Every day you should be respected, because they put them piss upon you, shit upon you, and when they're adults same way, they're still doing the same thing. It's not just when they're kids. When they're 40, 50-year-old live with their man and children, they're still doing. And I'm talking about real, genuine moms. Okay? So you don't have to take one day to buy your mother rose. There should be periodical times out of your life where you're just thinking about mama. Or you're thinking about mommy. And you say, you know what? I'm gonna spend a day with mom. I'm gonna spend a day with my mom. Because oftentimes as adults, we are so busy that we forget to spend the day with our mother. And I can tell you, I'm one of those mothers. I don't want my kids to be away from me. Right? Can be overbearing, and I talk about that. And I said I was going to have a topic. I think tomorrow will definitely be the day that I really, really talk about that, because I was so overbearing with my children that they really never get the space to miss me. That as adults, they've yearned to miss me because they were just always with me, and that came from childhood trauma. That came from a lot of things that I've experienced as a kid. And I said, I never want to go up a day without seeing my kids. I always want to be there for them. But sometimes it can be too much as parents, right? And that doesn't make you a mother either. Not because you're daddy. Say, you're a mother. Because a lot of mother daddy and them absent. Okay? They're absent. When I say absent, they're absent in everything in them pit in life. Every single thing they're absent in their lives. Okay? And there are a lot of mothers who have been present in their kids' life 100%, and they are not respected by the children. The children take it for granted because they have good mothers. They have amazing mothers, so them just abuse it because them know, so no matter what, mommy is going to be there and mommy is going to love me any and every way. So instead of showing them on one day that you really love them or you really care about them, let's just have them appreciate and practice that I love you every day. I love them. I love my mom every day, and I love my dad every day. They're fathers who are absent fathers, or fathers who are present but still absent. So nobody thinks that I only fathers alone can present and still absent. Mothers present and still absent. They're present and still absent. So let's just, for anybody who is mothering a child, whether by birth or not by birth, once you're mothering a child, let's start focusing on loving on them, thinking about them, caring about them. Because a lot of people, they don't want to be a mother enough for them pitney till them pitney become adult and can give them something. And they don't want to be a mother. You have some people, them not gonna look for them pitney until a Mother's Day because they want something from them pitney for Mother's Day. That will make your mother. Okay? A mother knows about their child, cares about their child. And the child is supposed to appreciate and respect their mom, whether they have given birth to them or whether they're raising them. I have an adopted mom, and I didn't meet her till I was in my 20s, guys. And I can surely tell you that it's one of them. You think that as an adult you probably don't need a mom. You probably don't. But like, who needs a mom? You need a mom for eternity. Everybody needs a mom for eternity. For all the persons who have lost their mother, my condolences to you. And some of you have had amazing mothers. Amazing mothers. Like somebody who no say anything, if I egg them in the red for them pitney. If I egg them, not just Mother's Day, but every single day. There are amazing mothers out there. And there are amazing adopted mothers out there. And those are the ones that we're actually talking about today. Those are the ones who really love and will tell them kids no because them are telling from a place of love and because them love them pitney. There are mothers who will see their children in trouble and no say, hey, you could have a 40-year-old me come thump you and come grab you up and say, what you do with your life? You idiot? You know, no sense. Those are the mothers I'm talking about. Not the mothers who are going to say, oh my God, I'm a son, I'm a dad. Their mothers, when you do wrong, no matter how old it is, them come. You ever hear? I saw this man on the news. He was like 32 years old, and he said his mother saved his life. 32 years old, and him say mother saved his life because I think all of his friends lost their life. But he was with his friends, getting in trouble, and his mother come. He's 32 years old and grab him up out of the and say, what you do? You idiot? You know the sense? And that's what gave him a wake-up call and save his life. Those are the mothers that we're bigging up and respecting, right? Because some mother, them applaud you throughout the way and them say them love you. Because some of that time, the kids are giving them money. The kids are giving them things. They are called the likes mother. The mother, we just want them pitney because of what them pitney can do for them. Those are the mothers. We're not talking about them mother today, okay? We're not talking about those mothers who just love them pitney because of what them pitney can give them. We're talking about the mothers who love their children unconditionally. Love them children despite of anything. And if them see them pitney and go down the wrong path, they pay, it no matter how much money them pitney and give them can't say, hey, you see the food the way you eat, if you don't stop eat so, you're going to have a heart attack. You see, if you don't go work, them mother them attack. Not just mothers when they're kids, but mothers throughout their life. And I can tell you, I have had an adopted mom here, and let me tell you that, hey, there are times when she come and she rocks me up good and proper. When me tell you good and proper, good and proper. Not just me, but even if I'm doing something with the kids and she not really good, she'll come to me and she'll say to me, hey, you need to stop do that. You enable them. You need to stop. You need to stop. They're adults now. You're enable them. Leave them. Don't do this. Don't do that. Not just in the journey of mothering me, but also helping me to become a better mom. I say, yes, I know you love them, but you need to stop. You need to stop do that. You not help them. You will hurt them. You know what I mean? Or she'll say, hey, you know, see, you do this and it's not right and it's not this. And and sometimes, guys, even though I'm an adult, sometimes we do some things we're not proud of ourselves, right? And sometimes we need our mother to come rock you up sometime. I even have adult until you say, hey, back, lost my connection. Good, thank you, Rez. Yeah, so sometimes as adults, our mother will come and tell we say, yo, you know, say, and especially Jamaican mother them, and my adopted mom is not a Jamaican mom. We rocks. Well, sometimes she comes, she military, and she said, she tell me sometimes like, hey, you're worse than my soldiers, because she used to be a sergeant. She's like, you're worse than my soldiers because you're not listen. And if me not listen to her, she have her bail money, and she will thump me in my face and I call police and then make her bail money. You know, and I'm a grown woman. I'm a grown woman. And yes, she's not my biological mom, but she's my adopted mom. Yeah, she correct me and she tell me, yo, you hear me say? Yeah. I remember one time I was dating this guy. And she not care. She just no business. She no business. And she tell me as it is, and I was lipping off my mouth to her, you know. Yes, the old school teacher. That saved our life. And if we not keep some of them old school things, then we're not gonna save our children's life. We're gonna lose them because we are trying to modernize too much that we end up losing our children. Yeah. So my adopted mom, she tell me something like, she tell me that something about him, and you know, NASA, like, but I wasn't happy about that. You know how we are. I wasn't happy. Was not happy about what she said. And I answer her back, and she said, listen, my bail money, you know, me thumping in your face. Me with thumping in your face. I'm not afraid of you. And she tell me, you're acting worse than all my soldier them act. I'm not afraid of them either. So just know, say, don't play with me. And at the same time, I was mad at her. But then when I thought about it, I look back and said, I'm happy I had an adopted mom like that, who, not because I was an adult with children, never stop me and correct me in my way or my tracks them when I go. She stopped me in my tracks them, and not because she want me like her or because she want to talk to her. She tell me, and I wasn't happy. I think I didn't talk to her like for a month because me never happy with what she said. But I stopped and I thought about what she said, and I don't regret it. Today I don't regret it. Yeah, strong and bold teaching. I don't regret it. And some of us, because our children are adults and them can come buy with one gift and they can come give with $100. Well, I'm not that mother that me don't want nothing from my people. They can tell you I don't want nothing from them. Okay, the only thing I want for them is to be good adults into society and to start their own family and raise good people with morals. That's the only thing I want from my children. I don't want no money from my children them. I don't want nothing from my children them. I just want to be proud of my children them. That's it. But you have some mother will love sweets and candy. If them pitney no give them nothing, them not have no pitney. Me not talk them mother day. Okay? You understand? I'm not talking about those mothers. And so if them pitney I give them, my pitney I give me $10,000 a month, you know. So I can't tell my pitney anything Because if me tell them what's wrong and what's right, them not gonna give me the money no more. Me no business. And that's the mother that I am. Me no business if when me tell you say, you never ever talk to me again. Because when you talk to me, I'm gonna say again, me I'm gonna tell you the same thing. Because me I'm gonna save your life. I'm gonna know you're gonna sit back and you're gonna think about what I say. Yeah? And that's why me never ever, me either, nothing from my kids. All I want from my kids is to be good adults and to navigate into life, transition into life. Life is not easy. Life is a challenge. But if they ever come into a path that is unknown, come to me first. Let's see if I can help them navigate through it. That's the only thing I ask my kids. That's the only thing I want from them. Me don't want no gift. Me don't want no flowers. I don't want anything. I just want them to be good humans into society, contribute, give back to the society, be good to their surroundings and to others, treat people kindly and fairly in whatever they do. That's the only thing I want from my children. That's the best gift. And their children, to teach them the same thing. That is the only thing I want from my children. And if me see them now go in the right path, I'm going to tell them. My daughter's 24-year-old and I've never seen her boyfriend. And some people say, that's not good. That is not good. That's not good for you. The reason why probably I haven't seen a boyfriend. Probably the boys them that she talking to. She know once me see them, right in front of them, I'm going to say, oh, what is? You're crazy. Them know them mother. I'm going to hold my mouth. From the very first day, you're not going to bring no trash. Because me going to look on you and ask you, say, oh, you mad? Introduce to me? Nobody waste your time right here saying no. And I'm not going to say that people can't change. Because you can have some boy will just rough on this and them turn out to be good. But me not raise you for come build no man, you know. And for come turn them from bad to good. Yeah? So make sure so when you make your choices, then you make right choice. And when me see them, me not go see no man, but get my pitney in trouble. And me go smile at them face and talk about whatever. Me I tell you, say, listen me. We hurt you for my pitney, you know. So let me tell you something. You see right here, so? I know the stomping ground for you. So if she want to keep you out of road, stay out of road. Stay road. But trust and believe me, I know she was dating somebody who was of any moral character to society. I would have met them. Of course. I would have met them. Should I know say, most of that person here, first me ask her, what kind of job you do? Where you work? Oh, well, you know, in the future, At 26, 27-year-old, you're not supposed to tell me about no future. Your future should have already in path. Already. You're supposed to know where you're going to go, what you're going to do, what you're going to look at, what you're in transition, you know. I work at XYZ place, I'm in school and I'm trying to finish up. All that's supposed to, yes, that's what you're supposed to tell me. Now tell me about, oh, you want to apply for a job here and you want, no, me don't want to hear that. Because that just show me, say, my pitney them when me raise, to become self-sufficient and to take care of you. And it's not going to work. You're not crippled, you're not sick. No. I'm not doing that. And so I'm that mother who's going to tell my kids. And what that? My kids' friends? My daughter have a friend that until today, she said, Mommy, me and her will always be friends. Well, you are going to remember me tell you, say, you see that girl where you walk with? I'm going to put you somewhere. But when you remember what Mommy tell you, say, you're going to see. But Mommy, you don't even know the girl. I don't have to know her. I don't have to know her. And trust me, when the little girl see me, oh, she take the back seat. Another day, I'm going to pick her up and she said, a friend need a ride home. And I said, okay, no problem. When I look at the little, I said, little pitney, don't play with me now. I'm going to drop her home because I already agree to drop her home, but not do it again. I'm a point blank because I tell her, I want you to stop hanging on this little pitney. I don't know what about this little pitney right here. Me not nobody pitney. But the one right here, so pick a next friend. There's way better friends. And she mad. Oh, she mad. So you know what she do? She met my adopted mom. If she got somewhere to go, she met my adopted mom come with them because she don't want mommy to see the girl because mommy say, and I can promise you guys, if I still do YouTube, I will tell you something that's gonna happen. Because as mothers, we can see trouble before trouble come. And my uncle, my grandmother who passed away, God forbid, if my grandmother tell my uncle, because my uncle used to be a little out there type of dude. If my grandmother get up today and tell my uncle something tomorrow, trust and believe me, say by knowing the ear for end, everything my grandmother tell him say, bother somebody there, I saw it go. So as mothers, we can see and we can see problem and we can see danger. And I'm telling you, it's a beautiful little girl. She is beautiful. Very pretty. There's nothing wrong with the child, bro. But there's something about this child that I don't want. Hey, Kevin, I don't want my child to have association with. And I can't choose for them. It's the same way with their boyfriends. I'm not going to be able to choose for them. But I'm going to tell them the truth. And if you're born in Jamaica, me know say you know me a talk about. Because you will have some friend where your mother tell you say, hey, you see that boy there? Me know why you hang with him, you know. And trust and believe me, your mother probably don't know nothing about the boy. Never see the boy one day in her life. But she just pick out that one day. Probably quiet and nice and good. The mother say, you see that one day? Me know why you have nothing to do with that boy there. And 95% of the time, your Jamaican mother is 100% right. I don't know if I'm born with a certain material. Answer daddy, you know, he might call up on the phone. Why you not answer him? Yeah. That Jamaican mother, born with a, not Jamaican mother, but all mothers should have this. Once you love something and you try to protect it, when danger come around the camp, you can sense it. You can sense the danger when it come around. Let me give you another example. I don't know if you remember this lady, daughter, who passed away with all our children in the house. I think it was somewhere in a country part of Jamaica. I don't know if you don't know about the news here. And the cousin come around, come stay with them. And the cousin is the one who do the incident. And her mother, never want that little boy there. And our family is our cousin. She don't want him there. Take it off a speaker, Gabby. She don't want the little boy there. Why? Why was it? There was something, even though that little boy was our cousin, there was something that mother sensed around her child that was danger, that she was protecting her child from. She probably herself don't know what it is. And guess what? It end up causing to lose our daughter and all of our grandchildren them. All of them. And trust and believe me, probably had our daughter listen to what the mother say, she would still be here. She would still be here, because oftentimes us human beings, sometimes we're around danger and we don't see it ourselves. So for all the mothers them who can see bad and can tell them pitney, because them not scared when them pitney are gonna do or what when pitney are gonna stop do, big up on yourself. Straight big up on yourself, and just know say keep doing what you're doing. And for all the fathers too, not just the mothers and fathers, because don't underestimate the power of having a father in your life, because a father in your life brings structure and stability. Me I tell you, my brother, you will never hear my brother get in a trouble. And my father, he wasn't every day home. He's always he's a womanizer. But one thing me tell you, his words and his teaching is 100%. 100%. My brother no play. My brother not play when it come on to my father. When my father says something, you have to listen to that. I'm gonna know if you know a lot of women remove men from their son life because them say, oh, me can't raise. Yes, hold on, baby, hold on. Yeah, me up on my life. Hold on. Yeah, me up on life. Yeah, a lot of women feel like say them can't raise a man. You can't raise a man.
See, are you?
If you think you can raise a man, you think again. Trust and believe me. You can't raise a man. Are they going to make him be feminine and try to display the same emotions as a woman? You notice man were raised with woman? Or them emotional? Very emotional? Yeah. You gotta put on that emotion upon the son. You're not gonna make him know how to handle his emotion. But you see a man, my father, if my father said jump, my brother have to move. He have to move it. And up until today, this has not only saved my brother's life growing up in a inner city, it has saved my brother's life until today. That when every other boy in the community I get themselves involved, my brother become a soldier the right way. I get themselves in a trouble and I get themselves surrounded by illegal stuff with him that I'm not business with. My brother not touch it. And him father not dead around him. Got England by himself. Him father not dead around him to teach him anything after when he became an adult. But I can tell you, the teaching from his dad followed him until today in his life. Followed him until today. So all of the good father them were dead for them son. Just know say una do a good job. Una do an awesome job. And big up on yourself. Big up on yourself. Big up the mother them, you know, but also big up the father them, because there's some real good father out there with save them son life, and not only save them son life, but them also save them daughter's life. Because you know, after they with the mother to be present in your child's life, and you know, after they with the father to be present in your child's life. Okay, just know that. So I'm gonna leave you guys with that today. It was just on me because, you know, I have adult children and I'm still trying to navigate this whole thing of having adult children and know when to draw boundaries and know when to say, hey, listen, let them handle it. If this is the way they want to deal with things, let them deal with this way. But as I said, the mother instincts in me is like, as much as I know that's the way to go about it, as a mother, I want to make sure say, at least me did say what I have to say. At least me tell them. So if this happened, I have no regrets, because I had told them before. They just didn't listen, and whatever they're going through, they're dealing with life consequences. Yeah. So that point, me say, you know what? I am free. I ain't got nothing to worry about, because me did tell them. Me did show them. Me train them right. So whatever decision they made, they know the difference between right and wrong. So if they make that decision, it's not because of me, but it's because of the choices that they choose to make. But I did tell them that, hey, you see this, you see that party where you're upon, if you don't stop, it's going to lead into that part here. And if you don't listen, this is it. Well, big up on yourself, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today and for hearing me rant about this whole thing. I know Mother's Day is a very big international day, but just know that Mother's Day is not just tomorrow. Mother's Day is every single day. So all of the mother them want to turn up tomorrow just for the gift. Just know on a one day. This is not a one day. This is not a fashion show. Like New York Fashion Week, where you turn up a model. Mother, being a mother are every day. Being a mother is every single day. Okay? Checking on your loved one, checking on your kids, especially when them come from you. And if you raise them, even from a baby, and you take on the role of motherhood for them, checking on them and care about them honestly. And for all the fathers out there, women may not get the credit they deserve, or may not get the recognition where them deserve, just know, say, you stand in your power, and you stand in your order, what God assigned you to do, and just take care of those little ones. Just know that they can't be your friends, but that doesn't mean that they can't communicate. Be reasonable, be understanding, but never compromise your integrity to lead these children, because your role in their life, whether you're with their mother or not, is to lead your children. That is your seed. Without you planting that into the mother's womb, that child would not have been here. So you have to cherish your seed, bro. And if you're not cherish your picking them where you plant, you never did do it before, start doing now. Not because they're adult, check in upon them. When I say for run them life, and this is for mother and father, but check in on your children. Do a spot check. And they might do things that you may not like, but not write them off right away. Just give them time to learn. Sometimes their mind not fully developed. Yeah, at 25 years old, a lot of people mind develop, but you have to understand that because of learning disabilities, some people mature mentally at 25, but some people it might take them 45 or 55 to be mentally mature. So just don't give up hope. Just hold grace, pray for your children, and big up on yourself all on. Stay blessed, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Bye, everybody.